Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njeru. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, the man must be looking for a woman. And in the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. On today's show, we're having a man by the name Winston. And Winston is coming from the UK. He's currently in Kenya. And this is a man, I told you that everybody we will be bringing on the show, at least I want to understand the background. I want to know where the person is coming from, especially when they are foreigners, because again, if atrocities are committed, we don't know where to get them from. So this is a man who we believe has been working in Kenya, and he has been in the country for the last 4 years. Okay, so at least we were able to trace the employers because he gave us a referee, and that referee gave us another referee. Sawa sawa. So huyu usiogope, because at the same time we are able to trace where he comes from, and he is an expatriate. Who is an expatriate, ladies and gentlemen? An expatriate is somebody who is hired in a foreign country to bring his expertise, to bring his or her expertise. So if you go to the United States, if you're going to the United States as a doctor, as a nurse, as an engineer, as a consultant, as a speaker, as whoever you are, as a consultant, you're going there as an expatriate because you're taking your brain there. It is brain work that has taken you to the United States. In the same way, if you come to Kenya and you're coming from the UK, from another country, and you're working here from another country, you are a citizen of another country, and your skill or your understanding, your consultancy has brought you here, you're an expatriate. Are we together? So the guy is working here in Kenya for the last 4 years. He came here in the year 2019 ikiisha, na hata anaenda mwaka wa 5. And you could be asking yourself, why is a 42-year-old man single and searching? Ladies and gentlemen, the more I come to interact with people from different places, the more I come to appreciate diversity. For example, it is unfortunate for people in some parts of the world like Africa to condemn somebody at the age of 40 or even 50 because they are not married. In other places, you have the freedom to take your time until you're ready for marriage, and it's acceptable. So it is the highest time that people stop shaming others when it comes to marriage, because people feel offended when you give them a biological time clock. You're telling them, hey, hujaoa, hey, unangoja nini, hujawahi pata bwana, wewe na venye uko mrembo mpaka saa hii hujawahi pata mtu. No, Mr. Winston is coming from the UK, and he was a man of his words. He was a man who said he is coming to impact the African nation. And he came to realize that Africa is not what he used to see on media. For example, when people want to portray the image of Africa, there is a way they kind of send some negative vibe on people who are starving, dilapidated countries, people who are suffering from climate change, drought and famine, dying animals, forests are burning, we are poaching animals, and maybe corruption, bad leadership. All those things are what makes people portray Africa in a bad way. Nevertheless, when you come to Africa, you meet realities on ground, and you realize that this is a first class country. And in terms of development, if you come to Nairobi, it is just like you're in Poland. You're just like somebody, you're enjoying the same services as people who are in New York. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that Nairobi is in the same level or is at the same level with New York, but when you visit Nairobi, you go around Nairobi, you know that you're in a city. Yes, a modern 21st century city. Yes. Now, Mr. Winston is looking for a wife, and he said that to them, age doesn't really matter if you're 40 and below, because he is 42. You could get in touch. Okay, I'll send his contact on our Facebook page at Jenga Njeru. He's here to stay, and I asked him whether he has plans to go back. He said maybe to visit. He has found Kenya to be a good place. He has his own consultancy firm in architecture, and because he works with architectural designs, he's an architect, and he's looking forward to impacting Africa in 3D precast. Wako na kampuni ya kutengeneza precast blocks. Mnajua hizi precast zenye tuseme umetengeneza slab ya nyumba na haitahitaji nini? Hiyo haitahitaji hizo machuma na nini na nini. Wanakuja na precast blocks zenye zimetayarishwa, hata zinatengeneza zingine walls na mnaziinstall vizuri kulingana na customized house plan yenye uko nayo ama yenye umepeana. So Mr. Winston is in Kenya and he's looking forward to get an African beauty. And you know, people are coming to trust our show. People are loving what we are doing because, again, we do not compromise on quality. We make sure that people are safe. We want to know about their background. And he said he's single because he has chosen to be single to this point. There are people who make a decision, they promise themselves that they will only get engaged if they have done something with their lives, if they have been able to accomplish something tangible. Others are